Hi, first graders. It's Mrs. Souza with our reading lesson for today. Today, we are going to learn how to make inferences about things in a text. An inference is a good guess, and we're going to do that about what we're reading today. So I'm going to read this poem to you again so that you are familiar with it. It's called Sounds I Love. And if you remember yesterday, we sorted the sounds into city sounds and country sounds. And now today we're going to take those sounds and we're going to make some inferences about the place that you hear the sounds. Okay, so we are also going to be using this sheet on Sounds I Love from your comprehension packet. So that's the work that we're going to be doing together today. So make sure you have your materials ready. Okay, read along with me as I read this again. Sounds I love. The sounds of a busy city aren't very soft or pretty. The fire trucks shriek and clang. Construction workers boom and bang. Cars honk honk and beep beep too. They make me skip and hop, it's true. The city is the place for me because I love the sounds you see. The sounds of a country place put a smile upon my face. Pigs grunt and cows say moo. That's how they talk to me and you. Horses neigh and owls say hoo. I wake each morning to cock-a-doodle-doo. The country is the place for me because I love the sounds you see. Okay, so now we're going to take some of the sounds, the elements from the text, and we're going to infer or make a guess about the place where these sounds came from. So we're going to do this together. So just follow along with me. The first element from the poem that we're going to talk about is it said that fire trucks shriek and clang. So listen as I infer about the text. It says that fire trucks shriek and clang in the city. Fire trucks make a lot of noise because they want cars and people to get out of the way. So I can infer or make a guess that the city is a busy place with lots of people and traffic. So I'm using that information in the poem that tells me the fire trucks are shrieking and clanging to make an inference about the city. So let's record that together. Fire trucks shriek and clang. So I'm going to infer that the city has lots of people and traffic because the fire trucks have to make noise so that people will get out of the way. If there were no people in the way, they wouldn't have to do so much shrieking and clanging. So that's what I'm inferring about the city. Okay. The next sound it talked about in this text was construction workers boom and bang. So let me think about what I know about construction workers. Construction workers are people who build buildings. Construction workers make a lot of noises when they build buildings. So I can infer or make a good guess that the city has a lot of buildings and a lot of construction workers are working on them, and that's why there's so much noise. So let's record that on our chart. The city has lots of buildings. Okay. Here we go to stanza 2 in our poem. I'm going to reread and we'll talk about what we can infer from the cars making noise. Cars honk honk and beep beep too. They make me skip and hop, it's true. The city is the place for me because I love the sounds you see. So this stanza is talking about cars honking and beeping and making people like skip and hop because they hear so much noise. So let's think about what you can infer from that clue. The cars are honking and beeping. Think about when you've been to the city. If you've ever been to San Francisco, you're walking around the streets and you hear a lot of honking and beeping. Why is that, you guys? We do not hear that in Livermore. What's the difference between being in the city and hearing all that noise than to being somewhere that is not so crowded? Go ahead and think about it before we write it together. So we can infer that the city has lots of cars and traffic. And that's why they're making so much honking and beeping noises, because it's crowded and they need people and cars to get out of the way. The city has lots of cars and traffic. Okay. And our last one, you guys, is now about the country. So let's reread stanza 3. The sounds of a country place put a smile upon my face. Pigs grunt and cows say moo. That's how they talk to me and you. Horses neigh and owls say hoo. I wake each morning to cock-a-doodle-doo. So here in our evidence from the text, our element is pigs grunt, cows moo, horses neigh. What can you infer about the country from all these animal sounds? What does that tell you about the country? That's right, you guys. The country must have lots of animals. If you're hearing all those animal sounds, you definitely don't hear that in the city. So let's record that on our chart. The country has lots of animals. Okay, good job, you guys, inferring about elements from a text today. I want you to remember that good readers infer all the time when they're reading. They use information from the text to make inferences or guesses about things in the story or things that they're learning about. So keep doing that every time you read. I'll see you next time.